Pairing the
Oh,
live stream.
yay.
Let's hope the dog doesn't bark.
Are we
Okay,
good?
connecting to YouTube.
What's up, guys? We are live in the Front Row YouTube page. Come on down and join us. I have Shereen with me tonight, and LA is in positive spirits as the Dodgers have taken a 2-1 lead in the series with a 6-2 dominating Game 3 win over the Rays. It was not close from the beginning. They were up 5-0 in the first 3 or 4 innings very quickly. Shereen, your reactions to the Dodgers taking the advantage right now in the series?
Justin. That's what you say if you're in Dodger Stadium and Justin Turner is rallying. And so, I think he hit a home run. He got the first run, and then he hit a double. And it was fun because they pretty much put it away early, even though, and I can't say his name, anyway, the Tampa Bay Ray who hit the home run in the corner, that was a pretty sweet home run. But so the Dodgers win 6-2, and Mueller did a great job today. And when we have good pitching, good fielding, everything, I didn't see any errors. They hit for a while there. They were hitting some great balls out there, but we fielded them and handled them. And game 2 was disheartening. I don't know what happened. But I hate to say it, when they, I think his name is Dennis May or May. Yeah. When they put May on the mound, he just has not performed. But Kershaw, he did his thing in game 1. So Dodgers are up 2-1 over the Tampa Bay Rays. And the funniest thing for me was seeing Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski cutouts in the stands.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an impressive performance by pitcher Walker Buehler, who has been terrific in the postseason. His fastball was going tonight. If you can establish a fastball as a pitcher, it's the most important pitch to get out there and establish and get control of. And actually, it was funny. I turned to Dustin. I think it was in the 4th inning.
Bueller.
Yeah, I think it was in the 4th inning, I believe. And I turned to Dustin and I was like, Dustin, tonight feels like a perfect game vibe. Like, he's that good.
Almost.
Yeah. And the next batter, he walked. And I was like, well, there goes that. But he still had.
And you can't jinx it.
That's what Dustin told me. I was like, it just felt like that. It felt he was that good and that in command. I know since 2018, I think Joe Buck said during the broadcast, since 2018 against the fastball, he's the second hardest fastball to hit average-wise. It's like 198 or it's in the 190s. He's behind Garrett Cole. It's good company to be in. So he got out in front tonight, and the Dodgers will look forward to game 4.
Right. And Bueller did a great job the first time he came out or the last time he to really help the Dodgers even get to the World Series. So, and I have to give an early shout out to Kenley Jensen. Although he gave up a home run, it was strike.
Yep. Justin Turner, a great matchup against Charlie Morton, the starter for Tampa Bay, and he hit a home run and a double, scored 2 runs early, made a great defensive play to turn into a double play. Like you said, a huge night for Justin Turner in game 3, and the Dodgers take a 2-1 series advantage. I believe Urias gets the ball in game 4, correct?
That'll be fun.
Yeah, and I can't remember who.
He's the one who sealed the deal the other night, right?
To get
the World Series.
Tampa Bay has named a starter, and it's escaping my mind. I know they are set for game 4. The Dodgers could take a commanding 3-1 lead in the series with
a win. Great.
That would, 3-1 has been an interesting in basketball, but maybe not. I mean, the Dodgers came back from 3-1 to get to the World Series. So we will see moving forward. Game 4 is on Fox, and the Dodgers look to take a commanding hold and look for their first World Series since the 80s. So that will be exciting. We're going to move on, I guess, to football because there's a lot of headlines in football, including Antonio Brown signing in Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers signed Antonio Brown today, and it was actually, to me, a shocker. I know Adam Schefter reported a few days ago that the Seahawks were going to be the team that was making the most push for him, but the Buccaneers, quickly became the front runner, and he will join Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. Speaking of the cutouts, he will join real Tom Brady and real Rob Gronkowski, down in Tampa Bay. So
Well, yeah. Well, Gronk is finally got some balls in the last.
yeah.
Finally called some plays for Gronk. So that'll be more fun watching Tampa Bay go for it. And it just feels like Tampa Bay is like, why are we leaving that talent out there? Like
Mhm.
we grabbed Tom Brady. We talked Rob Gronkowski to come back. Let's go get AB because we know he's good and we'll just deal with it. Look at all the personalities we have on this team. So
Mhm.
it's going to be very interesting, but he has to go through a 14-day COVID quarantine before he can play. So I guess the first time he plays is against New Orleans.
And it's going to be interesting to see Antonio Brown signing today. I I don't know if I'm that happy or that excited about it. I know Tampa Bay is because they got him. Probably he's not as I don't want to say wanted on the market, but there are a few teams that steer clear of him. I know Adam Schefter said that Baltimore was steering clear. I know a lot of people expected Baltimore because they are in need of a number one receiver. He said they were staying clear because of the issues off the field. And obviously, Baltimore went through the whole Ray Rice scandal a few years back. They didn't want anything that bad on their image. They're pretty staying clear of it. I don't know if I'm that happy with him being signed in the NFL. I think they're,
Well, I mean, his ex, I guess, was a
yeah,
little. I mean, if you saw the video, she was the one infringing on his property. So, I mean, I don't know the whole story,
yeah.
and he claims he is who he is. There's those people, they are who they're. Yasiel Puig finally realized he can't just be who he is. He had
Mhm.
to, he's settled down. I don't know if he's married, but he has a woman and two kids at least, and it's just like, that didn't happen for AB. So maybe this was a big wake up call for him. But you got Des Bryant on a practice squad,
Yeah.
and without all that,
Yeah.
wide
I,
receivers are always known to have all that bravado. That's
uh-huh.
just remember Ocho Cinco and Terrell Owens, and they just have that bravado.
Yeah.
But I don't think any defense is going to go easy on him.
I just think I don't know. I think there's a lot of pending allegations. I know they're all allegations. You can't say anything right now, but there's a lot of pending allegations against him. He hasn't been fully exonerated, and I think maybe the NFL should have waited until he's full. I know you're innocent
No,
until proven guilty, but
I
I
just think
think
that Belichick wins a lot and cheats a lot. So Tampa Bay's like, well, let's do it that way.
that's well. Remember in Tampa Bay when in New England when Tom Brady was still there. Tom Brady wanted Antonio Brown so bad. I remember hearing that he was going to let him
Maybe it was
stay in his
him.
house despite
Yeah, maybe it was
yeah,
him.
Tom Brady having kids. I know Tom Brady was a big part. I saw on the news Tom Brady was a huge part of the push to get Antonio Brown. He wants him that badly in Tampa Bay. Now, it's funny because Bruce Arians, I believe, said in March of 2020 that there was no way they would sign AB, that he wasn't a fit. And look where we ended up now.
But they didn't have Tom Brady at the time.
That's I
I
don't know.
think
I'm
Tom
not
Brady just wants a for sure go to.
yeah, I know it's innocent until proven guilty in this country, but I don't know. I would have waited if I was the NFL. I would have waited until he was fully exonerated. You have players in the NFL getting blackballed for much less, and all of a sudden, he talent unfortunately wins at the end of the day.
Maybe
And
stop taking steroids. I know
yeah,
steroids does a lot, and when they hit their head a lot, they can get violent.
Mhm.
There's no excuse. I'm just saying, you never know. And it's a violent sport. So it's really hard for me sometimes when people are like, well, why did the boxer rough up his girlfriend? Well, he's a boxer. Like, who
Mhm.
goes into that sport?
Yeah,
I would stay away if I was a woman. Like, I'm not going to be marrying a boxer.
I just yeah, I think it's off the field and on the field is different, and I don't know. I'm not as thrilled as others were that AB is back in the
I think
NFL. I
it's
know.
a couple games left. What? Several
Yeah,
games left. By the time he plays, it's a test. It's just a test. But I think Colin Kaepernick should have had a chance before. And
that's
they've released some quarterbacks. I've seen a lot of people. A lot of teams have had major injuries. ACL here,
mhm.
ACL there. I mean, how many ACL injuries do we have? I mean, I'm
And
looking
there's
down Christian McCaffrey, and
uh-huh.
it keeps every weekend somebody else has a major injury.
I think there's a lot of quarterbacks that you could start over. You look at Baker Mayfield. I've been saying this for
Yeah.
weeks. Mayfield gets benched against the Steelers, and I know he recently said that he's not listening to any of the outside noise and really trying to focus. But I think Colin Kaepernick could. There's a lot of talent in Cleveland with Jarvis Landry, with Odell Beckham Jr. I think Colin Kaepernick could flourish in that system. There's a few other quarterbacks around the NFL that I think
all these first-year guys. Come on, he's got to be better than the first-year guys.
Yeah,
if
but you also have
first-year
quarterbacks
guys can thrive behind a really good O-line, then Colin Kaepernick.
Would you rather have, like, if you look at Jacksonville, would you rather have Colin Kaepernick or Gardner Minshew as your quarterback?
I know. That's what I don't get. I just don't get. And then it doesn't bring a lot of bad things because people a lot of people be happy and they'll go out and buy the merch. So.
Yeah, hopefully he gets back into the NFL. Dez Bryant signing is another headline. I know there was another headline that I want to talk on the NFL and it's escaping my mind right now. But the NFL back into action this week, and it's going to be
fired.
I know Dan Quinn was fired.
Yeah.
And that from Atlanta, but that was obviously or not. I don't want to say
During
that.
the season, it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, but we saw that one coming. Dan Quinn's been called on for weeks to be fired. The NBA has had a lot of coaching carousel that we
God.
We'll talk about real quickly. Doc Rivers moving to the 76ers. Last time we talked, he was still looking, or he was just let go from the Clippers. The Clippers
he got snatched up fast.
Yep. Your reaction, I guess we'll start with Ty Lue as the Clippers coach. He agreed to become the next head coach of the Clippers. Do you think it's a good move?
I think it's good for Ty Lue. I think that the Clippers think that if they have Ty Lue, then he knows how to play against LeBron James. I mean, I don't know. I know. I mean, Ty Lue, he's a Laker. So for me, I don't diss Lakers.
You're like, I can't. I think Ty Lue is a great hire. He has championship experience. I wrote an article a few weeks ago when Doc Rivers was let go, or they mutually parted ways, I should say, from being the Clippers head coach of who they should hire. And Ty Lue is on the top of my list. I think he's a coach that brings championship experience. That's what the Clippers need. We don't even know if Paul George is going to be in LA, or at least on the Clippers side, after next season. His deal, I believe he has a player option, or it's the end of his contract. So we're still waiting to see long-term. Kawhi Leonard's only on like a 3 or 4 year deal. So none of them signed max deals.
Yeah.
Can Ty Lue bring immediate success to the Clippers and get them over that?
5-year deal, Ty Lue? Does he have like a 5-year deal?
I'm not sure. I know Kawhi Leonard.
Not 2 or 3. I think it's a major.
No, I was talking about Kawhi Leonard. I was saying Kawhi Leonard
okay.
didn't sign a max extension or a max contract with the Clippers. I think you need somebody who can raise that championship level, and I think it's a good hire for the Clippers. We'll see. I think Kawhi Leonard just has another year to develop as a leader, and we'll see if he can do that. Paul George needs to step up as a leader, and we'll see if they reclaim some of the other players that helped them out. Other big news was Doc Rivers. Your reaction to Doc Rivers going to Philadelphia?
Well, I mean, he's a championship coach too.
Yeah, honestly.
Right? And closer to Boston. So that's going to be interesting, right? So he's going to see his whole team. I think he's a pretty good coach. I don't know why he couldn't get it done in LA. I'm dying to know what he and Ballmer disagreed on needed to happen to make things. Was obviously something Ballmer said he wouldn't do, and so Doc was like, "Okay, let's part ways." And boom, the next week he's a coach in the 76ers. So, and I don't even know who's on that team anymore.
The 76ers, I do want to say about Doc, I think Doc Rivers is a great hire for them. Obviously he brings championship experience. It's interesting. I think and this might be a bold statement, but I'm still a believer until the 76ers get rid of either Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons, they are not going to win a championship. I think
they need to stack their team a bit more. Yeah. They were stacking it with high draft picks. And they made a major faux pas with the Washington kid.
Oh, yeah, Fultz.
Who had an injury,
Yeah. I just think I think the NBA is more of a shooter's league now. It's more of a three-point offensive, wide-scoring league. And I think if you have two big men, I know Ben Simmons can handle the ball, but he can't shoot or hasn't developed a shot yet.
They need to develop their game, and they only have 2 more months left.
And Joel
Before
Embiid,
the NBA starts up again in the 22nd of December.
Joel Embiid is, as real of a center you're going to get in the league by today's standards. I know back, 20 or 30 years ago, it's a different story. But I think they have to trade one of them, and I think they should have traded Ben Simmons a while ago before he lost all the value of going through multiple injuries and
we'll see what happens over there.
Before we
wrap up, the team when TJ McConnell was on the team and Andre Drummond And as soon as they got rid of Andre Drummond and who was best friends with Stanley Johnson, those two, when they broke those two up, I think they were developing them. They should have kept them on the team.
Yeah. Before we wrap it up and go to shout-outs, I want to get your reaction on the Stan Van Gundy hire. That's another hire.
I like it. I
that was
like
made
it.
in New Orleans.
I think it's good. It's a young team. They have 3 high draft picks coming in, which they could probably use to do some more trading. I think the players are excited about it. I think everybody. That guy knows his stuff.
He does, and Stan Van Gundy is
very experienced. And the other hire, I'm very happy. I'm happy for Steve Nash, actually, a local guy who lives here in Manhattan Beach from Canada, but Steve Nash hired Amari Stoudemire, who used to be a New York Knick. And I love to see players get a shot at being a coach. There's too many players out there wanting to be a coach, not getting a shot. So the fact that Steve Nash is bringing on Amari, the two used to play, but now they're coaching, I think that's pretty good. I mean, Kidd made the transition. Is he the only one left to go to Houston? What will the Lakers do?
I think Alvin Gentry's still out there. I know.
Good. He's a good coach. I like Alvin Gentry.
I don't think he's been hired yet. I know with Stan Van Gundy, it's a great hire. I think they need to do. They have Zion there, and they have Brandon Ingram there, who former Laker. I think they can really develop into it. He took the Magic and made them a finals appearance team in a couple of years. And Stan Van Gundy is very culturally aware, and I like that. He was a great broadcaster as well. Steve Nash, I know there's an issue of racial magnitude there.
I know. Amari, though.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying I know that. Yeah. I know there is that issue of, was it a white privilege move because he got the job with no coaching experience and it's a championship caliber team with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. They both stay healthy. I'm just saying that was there.
Do you think Kyrie and KD wanted him?
I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna wrap it.
You don't bring on a coach if your stars don't want him.
Yeah, stars do have a lot to say in the NBA. We're gonna wrap it up. Obviously, we'll see once like you said, the season beginning in December. So that's going. Yeah. It's December, correct? That's going to be exciting to watch. The season just ended, but we want it to come back already. Guys, for now, you can watch the World Series in the NFL, right? I know you did an early shout out. Do you have a shout out that you want to expand on?
Did I do it again live, or did I just do it with you off screen?
I think it was on, but I'm not sure. Do you just want to do it again just in case?
Okay. my shout out does go to Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire for teaming up. And I can't wait to see what the rest of their coaches. I don't want to hear what Stephen A has to say, but the rest of the coaching staff. And I have a feeling Steve's going to do the right thing. And it should be fun to watch. I'd love to see him as a coach.
My shout out. I think I'm going to give my shout. Oh, I don't know where I'm going this week. I think I'm going to give my shout out to Rich Paul. And I know there was the agent or LeBron James agent who got him a lot of money. He's gotten KCP a lot of money. He's gotten, I believe, Eric Bledsoe a lot of money. I think there was a report that came out about anonymous agents bashing Rich Paul and saying it's all a facade and LeBron's the only reason he's good at what he does. But
obviously not.
I think he's mastered what he's done and he's doing just fine. So I want to give my shout out to him. He changed the landscape of the NBA as an agent, and we'll see moving forward what continues to change. So as we have to wrap it up here, but thanks for joining us. We're going to be live on YouTube, I'm sure, again soon. And follow us on social media at the Front Row LA. We also go to live on Instagram sometimes, so go ahead and check that out. Shereen, I guess we'll
see. Let's go Dodgers.
Yeah, I guess we'll do this again soon. Yep.
Okay.
We'll talk about the Dodgers.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
See you later.